Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in today. I'm Sam from Illuminated Productions, and I want to talk about the Virgin Suicides today. I just recently purchased this in light of the Criterion July 50% off sale. The Virgin Suicides is a directorial debut by Sofia Coppola, based on a book actually written by a male. This was her first time ever even considering filmmaking at all, and she adapted the book very close to what was written on the page, and there are several instances on the Blu-ray special features that show light of this. As a debut, Sofia Coppola got a reputation for being at once a sensitive director and a confident director. Both very appealing qualities to have, especially making your first movie. She has made other good movies like Lost in Translation, Somewhere. This is my favorite movie of hers that I've seen. Kirsten Dunst, Kathleen Turner, James Woods, Josh Hartnett, they're all doing really incredible work here as actors, especially Dunst, who strongly recognizes and empathizes with the book. And you can kind of see her transitioning from those earlier films, Interview with a Vampire, Little Women, to these more adult roles. It's a spellbinding movie, really masterfully done, always following a theme, on point with costumes, set decoration, production design, cars of that time. I feel like this had a pretty big impact on the upcoming generation, my generation, the millennial generation. So when this was coming out initially, I saw a trailer for it on, I think, a VHS, a Paramount VHS.
You're not even old enough to know how bad life gets.
Obviously, Doctor. You've never been a 13-year-old girl.
And I just remember being blown away by this provocative feeling that it was evoking. Of course, I was pretty young and not always allowed to watch R-rated films, so this sense of eeriness drew me into it, this kind of mature adult content mixed with the glamorization of the 70s. Very interesting, very appealing, very haunting, very beautiful. There's a fan documentary that goes into this a bit more. The movie talking to generations forthcoming and its lasting effect. With that fan doc, we also get a making of, a retrospective music video trailer. I would have liked to seen a little bit more from this. Criterion usually is pretty well known for having a lot of special features, very in-depth. That's okay. I'm glad to have the movie. The packaging is really gorgeous. It totally fits the aesthetic of the movie with the small details and things like that. The director really wanted to focus on those small details making up a scene. That's talked about a few times on the extras. The Blu-ray video quality itself claims to have a 4K restoration on a 35mm native. They did shoot this on film, and that was Coppola's biggest hurdle of anything, really. It was that they wanted to shoot more, and they were running out of money, because of course it is expensive to shoot on film. But the video quality to me looks more like a 2K restoration. We don't get the same finite detail that Criterion offers on their other Blu-rays, in my opinion. What we get is certainly a serviceable image. The production is packed with details that elicit a nice rewatch value. Some soft edges here and there, and really not that clean transfer that you're looking for. Not the best I've seen for Criterion Blu-ray. On the audio track, we get a welcomed 5.1 mix. That's great. Criterion doesn't always offer that. In fact, I've been stumbling across some Criterion Blu-rays that only have 2.0 tracks or even 1.0 tracks. The original score here is done by Air and is really memorable. I've had these themes looping in my head since I first saw this movie way back in high school. Good stuff there, and the soundtrack, we get 70s bands, Heart, Styx, more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but the mumblecore narrator is pretty clear here, and dialogue is clear, the mix is good.
You would
never be sure about the sequence of events. We argue about it still.
So certainly while we're still in the Criterion sale, if you're a fan of this, I do recommend picking it up. Just be prepared to be just a tad let down by video quality and the amount of extras offered here. Certainly one of my favorite coming-of-age films of all time, favorite period films. Okay, so if you enjoy Blu-rays, Criterion film reviews, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're slowly growing here. I would love to keep putting these out in the most streamlined way possible. Comment below your thoughts on The Virgin Suicides, if you've seen it, if you have this Blu-ray, what you think. I would love to start a conversation about it. Certainly a very inspiring film to me, and I think to a lot of other up-and-coming filmmakers of the millennial generation. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been beautiful. I've been Sam. I'll talk to you soon.